All right, there's a few things that you just need to prepare yourself. Whether you're a casual fan or you're a big fan, there are things you need to know as you're heading from one season to a next as a football fan. And if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, there's a few questions that every single one of you want to know. And in this video, we're going to answer those. Before we do that, you know us. Hopefully you're familiar with the channel by now, but we're Cleveland Browns reporters, right? We're Lions fans. We had Sports Talk Detroit, and we started a second channel, and it's called Sports Talk Extra here because we love football. We love the smaller market teams. We relate with the Browns, all right? We're across the pond from you, and so we just want to have a conversation about this. So there's a few things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about free agents. We're going to talk about salary cap and even more. Draft picks, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead. There's an article that put it in a good spot, actually on clevelandbrowns.com, which is really, really unique. The free agency period, that's a good date to know first, is March 13. So we are a month and a half away from that starting. And so we're going to be talking free agency on here and what the Browns can do. Here's the thing. The Browns have a lot of free agents. All right. This is the list of their unrestricted free agents. I can talk for the next minute saying every name. You read it. I'll read it to you. All right. If you don't want to read, I'll read for you. All right. It's like the teacher in school. All right. Zadarius Smith is a free agent. Bummer. Shelby Harris, Jakeem Grant, Joe Flacco, Sione Takitaki, Marquise Goodwin. You got a punter free agent, Corey Bjorkes, all right? Mike Ford Jr., Kareem Hunt, Rodney McLeod, Mo Hurst, Anthony Walker, Matthew Adams, Jordan Kunazik, Duron Harmon, safety, defensive tackle, Jordan Elliott, linebacker, Jacob Phillips, tackle, John Christian Sr., tight end, Harrison Bryant, tackle, Michael Dunn, center / fullback, that's hilarious, Nick Harris, and wide receiver James Prochet II. Now, after you get past here, all right, just a couple, and there's a couple mixed throughout. There's a lot of fringe starters or backup players on this list. So go ahead, tell me right now in the comments who is a must resign for you in this list. Like, who is we need to bring him back, find a way. All right. Is it Zadarius Smith? Is it Harris? Is it Flacco to be a backup? Right? Is it your punter? Like, there's a lot of things and a lot of areas. So then the next question has to become, how do you replace them? All right. How do you replace them? One area to do that, the most efficient way to do that, all right, is through the draft. All right. It's through the draft. So here's what the Browns have. The 2024 draft will take place in Detroit. Hey, maybe you should come to it. It's not far, right? The Browns have 7 picks this year. They start in the second round. They have a third-round pick, 2 5ths, 2 6ths, and a 7th. Let's just call it for what it is. It's not a great draft capital year for you guys. All right? You guys can do a lot of things. It says, depending on how free agency shakes out about a month before the draft, the Browns can use their picks to add depth to the roster, address certain positions, yada, yada, yada. I'd be looking at getting more picks for some of the players that I have that are on expiring contracts. Also, you're going to be looking for these guys to step up and produce even more. I'm talking Cedric Tillman. All right, I'm talking D-end, Isaiah McGuire. I'm talking D-tackle, Siaki Aika. Like, there are positions that need to absolutely be filled. All right, so then the next question that we have to say, it's not even a question. It's where's the roster and where's the salary cap at in order to do this? And here's where it's at. This is according to SpoTrack, which I love. Over the Cap's good too. You see up here in the top right corner, your estimated cap space is negative $20 million. That's not good. That means you can't go out and sign people. You need to get under the cap. And what we're starting to see with the Browns is they seem to like to manage their cap kind of like the New Orleans Saints, where they're always walking into the offseason with like negative tons of money. All right. Barry has no problem spending the money. So Here's the question we have to ask ourselves. You have your cap hit number here in gray. To the left of it, there's a column that's the dead cap. In other words, this is how much money you lose if you get rid of the player or trade the player. All right? You have Deshaun Watson. You can't get rid of him. He's there for 3 years. It's over. All right? It's done. He's fully guaranteed. Amari Cooper. You lose you gain $12 million by cutting him. You lose 23 by keeping him. You gain 12. All right. Amari Cooper still is helpful. I think you could get a second or third round pick for Amari Cooper. I know that's not what anybody wants to hear, but I'm telling you it could happen. All right. Denzel Ward, he's yours. You're keeping him. Myles Garrett, he's yours. You're keeping him. Nick Chubb, you save $11 million. You can pretty much guarantee that Nick Chubb will be traded or cut. The injury to him did not help. Are there teams that could trade for him that might like to have him? Yes. I think of teams like the Ravens. I think of teams like, I know it sounds weird, but the Titans. But they won't because of the injury. After that, there's just not a lot of savings because your dead cap money is more than your cap hit on all of these players. Whether it's Jedrick Wills, Bitonio, Conklin, and these are guys you want to keep. Wyatt Teller, you want to keep him. David Njoku, you want to keep him. That's fine. Tomlinson, yup. All right. Okoronkwo, yup. All right. But there is simply not any money to make up. Keep it them all. Keep it them all. And then you have Jordan Atkins. All right. You can save some money there. Maybe Dustin Hopkins. That's it. That's what you got. Like, that is what you got. All right. And as I'm looking at this, a couple things that are interesting is even this one. You got the dead cap hit of Zadarius Smith that's coming next year. But this year, I don't know why they said unrestricted free agent in that article this year because he's around. So congratulations on that. I thought that was off. But so here's what you're looking for. Here's what you're looking for. Do you have enough starters, and how do you fill in those gaps? You have some of the stars, especially on the defensive end. What do you do to make this offense work? I think bringing in Ken Dorsey is a good start. I think it's a really good start. And if you decide that you're going to keep Cooper, great. I don't see how you do it. Just financially, I don't necessarily see how you do it. There has to be restructures. I don't know if Deshaun Watson is willing to restructure his contract to add a couple more years and lower that guaranteed number. I don't know, but there's not a ton of ways to make this happen. You're in salary cap purgatory. I won't say the HE double hockey sticks word just yet, but you're in a tough spot with the cap. So you need to look for them to find good rookie free agents, unrestricted free agents to do well in the draft, and to find guys that they can get on absolute minimum contracts because it only counts. That cap is only the top 51 players. You can add people all you want behind that. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.